We're here today to talk about the Trimble SX12 scanning total station. This is a very versatile instrument that harnesses the power of a robotic total station as well as a 3D terrestrial laser scanner. This is perfect for one-person survey crews from those combined capabilities. Today we're going to cover some common survey workflows that can benefit from using the Trimble SX12. So let's start by talking about boundary and control surveys. So the SX12 is a high-end robotic total station as well as a scanner. So it can automatically do your prism search and find your backsight and foresight prisms, as well as you can automate the phase 1, phase 2 collection of those sets. So you're getting that high-end robotic total station capability. In addition to this, it is also a 1-second robotic total station, so it can meet those tight accuracy tolerances you need on control and boundary surveys. One of the most common survey tasks is topographic data collection. Many surveyors are already using robotic total stations to collect this topographic data. With the Trimble SX12, you can benefit from all of those same workflows of a robotic total station, but also the high-end 3D laser scanning and imagery. The SX12 uses Trimble Access just like any S-Series total station, so you'll feel at home with the workflows that you already know and love. There's really two primary benefits at the end of the day of using the SX12. One being it allows you to survey faster and get the job done. The other being having that scan data and imagery as a backup. You don't need to make subsequent visits to site if there was a point that was missed or the client asked for additional deliverables, because you already have all that data in the scan. Next, let's look at reflectorless measurements. So the Trimble SX12 has new integrated cameras that stream live video feed into Trimble Access on the data collector. So now you can take measurements without needing to be at the total station. So it removes the need to point and sight the total station, and I can do it all right here on the data collector. So next what I'll show is I'll take a rod topographic shot at the bottom of a power pole, and then I'll take a reflectorless at the top of the power pole without needing to go back to the total station. So next we'll look at staking out points. This is one of the most common workflows, whether it's for building a house, building a bridge, or any other construction activities. Staking out points is a very crucial activity. Now the Trimble SX12 is a robotic total station, so it can automatically stake out these points with a one-person survey crew. In addition, the Trimble SX12 has a new integrated laser pointer, which is very useful for staking out late in the evening, early in the morning when you have dark light conditions, or for specialty applications like tunnel construction or underground mining. The Trimble SX12 green laser is eye safe, as well it has one of the most smallest spot sizes in the industry. What I love about the Trimble SX12 is I can use it as a robotic total station, but I also get that power of the 3D laser scanner. So for those that are looking into getting into scanning, this is a great instrument for you. I already know the workflows in Trimble Access, so I don't need to learn another software. And then using the survey workflow, using a backsight or resection, or the normal way I would set up a total station, that scan data comes in georeferenced automatically into the software. Your topographic shots, your total station measurements, that sits in the same Trimble Access project as your scan data. When you import that Trimble Access job into Trimble Business Center, not only do you have your topographic measurements, but you also have that scan data. It's automatically georeferenced to your survey control, and you don't need to spend hours doing the complex processing and georeferencing. It's all done for you, and it saves a lot of time. So next, we're going to take data from the Trimble SX12 and bring it into the office into Trimble Business Center. So you can take the Trimble Access project, drag and drop it into TBC, and all of your topographic measurements, your total station control, and the scanning data will all be in that TBC project. So usually you start by looking at the total station data for any errors. TBC is very useful for this because it can automatically flag any issues in the total station data. So for instance, if I mess up a rod height, or maybe I need to disable some of the measurements in my traverse, I can do that in TBC. And the real benefit is it also updates not only the total station data, but as well the scanning data relative to those changes I make. After that, we can perform a traverse adjustment or a network adjustment on all of my data. And what's really cool here is that the scan data will update relative to that new adjusted survey control. Once all of the survey data is corrected and adjusted as necessary, now we need to take the scan data and clean it and get some deliverables from it. Scan data can be often an intimidating thing because there's so much data. What do I do with this? How do I get useful deliverables? TBC is very useful here as it can use the automatic classification to extract all of the noise out of your data set, so you can end up with a nice clean ground surface. You can end up with the poles, the trees, the signs, the buildings, and all the information you actually want out of the scan data, and taking all that noise and pushing it to the side. From here, we can use the feature extraction in TBC to extract key features for topographic surveys, such as curb and gutter on your roads, your poles and signs, and a variety of other features. Now when you're ready to do your plan creation, whether it's for a boundary survey or a topographic survey, you can use that extracted CAD data and create topographic plans all in TBC. So while you're doing the drafting, and you maybe missed a few topo features while you're out there, maybe I missed a power pole or I missed a key sign I needed, well, this isn't a problem with the Trimble SX12 and TBC. First of all, using the virtual DR tool, we can extract 3D points from the scan data combined with the imagery and get a similar point that you would normally get with a topo shot. So not only can I collect additional features in the office, but it saves time by having to have repeated site visits. The great thing about the Trimble SX12 is you can also share all of this rich, detailed scan and imagery data with your clients. Your clients don't need to download any additional software or any additional tools, simply using Trimble Clarity to share that data. They simply open up a web browser and they can see the scan data, the imagery, the total station measurements, all in context of the project site. This is useful for projects that are ongoing, such as construction, where you want to see during the phases the update of that survey data over time. But it's also useful for showing the site conditions. So on a topographic survey, I may want to share that scan data to a client so they can see what the site looks like. Trimble Clarity is free for the first 2 projects, so it's easy to try out. And you can benefit from password protected links, so only you and your client can view the data if it needs to be confidential. If you happen to be using another CAD package to finish off your deliverables, no problem. You can export scan data, survey data, CAD data, all of it from TBC into your software of choice.